My name is Angela Poech. I'm from Munich in Germany, and I'm a professor in entrepreneurship at the Munich University of Applied Sciences. I dealt a lot with the question, how can we shift from entrepreneurship to responsible entrepreneurship? And there's one book who gave me a thought about it. It's written by Dan Ariely, and it's called The Honest Truth About Dishonesty. What Ariely found in his studies and in the research he gathered for a few decades is the following. I give you one example on a student's level. They detected that if students are asked to declare a code of honor before they start their studies, cheating is statistically reduced during the studies. Another example is when the text player fills in his sheet with the text and declares his taxes. They did an experiment in two versions. First, as usual, the taxpayer puts his signature at the end of the sheet. Second version, the signature is above, so before you fill in. And what they detected or what they observed is that the amount of taxes differ depending on where the signature is. And people tend to be more honest if the signature is on the top of the sheet. So what did I conclude from these research results? I thought it must be important to talk about moral values in the classroom when I do my entrepreneurship courses. So I developed a small exercise. It has 3 steps, but you can do it also in only 2 steps. So the second step is optional. You start asking the students to do a little drawing on a sheet of paper with different colors, give them a certain time, about 15-20 minutes, and let them think about what kind of values do I know at the moment, and what are the persons or the role models who are responsible that I have these values, or that these values are important for my life. This is what I call the first step, 0 to 20. There's the second step, which is optional, and this step I call 20 to 40. And the difference between the two is the values we receive at the age from 0 to 20 usually are transmitted in a passive way. We simply, absorb them. But about the age of 20, we start to think about these values and try to determine what are the values we want to act upon for the future. So I asked them to think about 20 to 40, what values are important for me for the future? What are the guidelines for my life, for my professional and my private life? And then there's the 2 exercises are single exercises, and then I rebuilt the teams, so the entrepreneurial teams. The group members come together and exchange about the results of the 2 exercises. It's important that they exchange only on the level of the values, not of the experiences or the role models or the persons they have thought about in the first half of the exercise. The goal of the third step, the group exercise, is that the entrepreneurial team develops a value compass. That's also the name of the exercise as a whole, the value compass. They develop a value compass. What are the values important for us as an entrepreneurial team? How do we want to treat others? How do we want to treat customers? What role plays trust, honesty, solidarity, etc. in our entrepreneurial founding process. And that's how I want to shift entrepreneurship to responsible entrepreneurship.